Ladies and gentlemen, please put the kids to bed. I repeat, put the children to bed. We're taking it to a whole nother level here, people. And that applies to my child also. She needs to go to bed right now. Good evening. This is where the skeletons come out of the closet. Lonergan, I need to ask you right now, please forgive me what I'm about to say. Hello, everyone. I'm Brian Kerstetter, and I'm the best man. I met this fella 10 years ago. We worked for a television station together in New York City. Before I say a few words, I would just like to thank Brian and Jonna for this absolutely amazing weekend bash. It's been off the charts. Thank you. And I'd also like to take a moment to thank all of you for coming, because I know that some of you have come from quite a ways away, and it wouldn't be the same without each of you here. I know I'm speaking for the couple, so thank you so much for making an effort to be here. Someone once said that being asked to be the best man is like being asked to kiss the Queen Mother. It's a great honor, but no one really wants to do it. And that's pretty much how I felt. Actually, it's a great honor to be up here to say a few words about my dear friend Brian Lonergan. Now, anyone who's done more than shake hands with Brian Lonergan knows that he runs a very tight ship when it comes to his style and his personal appearance. I mean, look at the guy. There is not a hair out of place. That is an impeccably cut suit, and have you seen the shine on those wingtips? And Jonna, I'm assuming that that was one of the initial things that attracted you to him, right? Yeah. But what you might not know, and what the rest of you don't know, is he's got an unfair advantage that the rest of us don't have. He's got a secret weapon. Does anybody know what that is? No, it's not his personality. He has a tailor, a personal tailor in Hong Kong. That's right. He's got a personal tailor in Hong Kong that has all of his measurements on file. His neck size, sleeve length, inseam, everything on file. So when he wants a fresh gingham shirt or a new pair of gabardine trousers, he just sends off an email, and it arrives in FedEx to his Chelsea apartment a week later, perfectly fitted to his body. Now, I mean, who can compete with that? Now, when he told me about that, I thought, I like the sound of that. I think I would like to do that. So I sent him an email, and I thought, would that be something I would do? Not so much for the tailoring, but because I thought I'd like to tell all my friends that I have a tailor in Hong Kong. So I sent him an email for details. And this is what he wrote back. My good man, if you must know, I have several tailors in Asia. First was Sam's in Hong Kong. However, I have since graduated to two of Bangkok's most distinguished bespoke haberdasheries. Pinky's tailor, the tailor of the suits of Jeffrey and Keston, and Raja's, the maker of the suit I will be wearing at my wedding. Now, I don't know about most of you guys out there, but I'm lucky if I can find the Gap in Midtown. This guy has 3 tailors in Asia. And then you won't believe this, but 2 weeks ago, all the grooms, and myself included, none of us had black ties for the wedding. We couldn't find just a simple black tie like this. So Lonergan and I decided just last week to meet at lunchtime and to just go to all the department stores and finally sort this out. Am I disturbing you? So we met at lunchtime, and we went to 4 or 5 different places. And finally, at the last place, we walked into this department store, and there was a box of ties right at the entrance. And there were 4 of them, just like this. And I said, Lonergan, look at that, look at the luck. I started taking them and going to the cash register, and he took my arm and said, not so fast, mister. And he took one of the ties from me, and he held it in his hand, and he ran his forefinger with the grain of the fabric and against the grain of the fabric, like this. And then he looked at me with the seriousness of a judge, and he said, do you have a tape measure on you? I said, what, a tape measure? What? So he found the poor sales clerk, and he sent her behind the desk, and she came back 5 minutes later with a tape measure. And he proceeded to measure the width of the tie at its widest point. Well, he started with his finger like that, and that didn't work, so he took the tape measure and made sure that it measured, I'm not lying, am I? No. 2.5 inches. And then he measured it from north to south to make sure that it measured 58 inches. Because I don't know if you gentlemen know that, but in the style of today, when a tie is perfectly tied, and these are his words, not mine, the tip should just kiss the top of your belt buckle.
Thank you. You okay? Unimpeachable.
This is where I'd like to take a step back and make a confession. I've actually always admired and respected Brian Lonergan, because not only that rigor and exacting demands that he brings to the selection of the tie, he actually brings to how he believes people should be treated. I'm sure all of you have had experiences with him where he has this certain Lonergan flair and charm, and I've worked with him, and I've seen how he treats people at work and his friends and his relationships, and never once have I seen him not treat people with kindness and care and love. And for me, he is old school and an old soul, because anybody can throw on a suit, but he backs it up with his character and his integrity. And that is why I have no doubt he's going to make a wonderful husband and an excellent father when the time comes. But it's one thing. It's one thing to bring these exacting standards to the selection of a tie. It's a whole nother thing to do that when looking for a girlfriend, a fiancé, or a wife. I mean, who can live up to those standards? Who's perfect enough? Well, ladies and gentlemen, there she sits, Mrs. Jonna McLaughlin. That's got a nice ring to it. what can I say, Jonna? Through your charm and kindness and warmth and beauty, not only have you lived up to those standards, but you far surpassed them. And I could not be happier for you today. There's no one, and I mean no one, I would rather see be a companion and accompany him through his life than you. No one. And there was actually, now that I think about it, there was one moment where I thought, this is a perfect relationship. This is going to work, I think. I was over at their apartment last spring in March or April time, and it was around tax time. And I walked into their living room, and the place was just covered in Excel spreadsheets. And there were Excel spreadsheets on the computer screens, and yellow legal pads with different colored ink and bullet points and scribblings in the margins. I looked at Lonnie and I said, what's going on? Have you guys decided to itemize your taxes? He said, oh no, those are Jonna's wedding spreadsheets. That's when I knew my friend had met his match. Now, I've waffled on long enough up here, and who better to help me round out this toast than the Irish?
Irish goodbye.
An Irish wedding blessing, this is called. Here is to lying, cheating, stealing, and drinking. I hope you always lie in the arms of the one you love. I hope you both cheat illness and bad times and have a long life together. I hope you continue to steal each other's hearts in the years to come, and I hope we all drink to your love and continued happiness for the rest of your days. Ladies and gentlemen, please raise your glasses and join me in a toast to the beautiful couple, that they might live a happy, healthy, and long life together. And why the hell not? May it be a wild ride, baby!